Let's head up to Yankee Stadium in New York and welcome in Amber with Brady.
That's right. We have him twice in the pregame show, and Brady, Rick just talking about the Yankees lineup and how they can drive in runs, they can score a lot of runs, and a lot of that is because of the consistent hitters that they have in that lineup. Robinson Cano being the main one of the most consistent hitters in baseball this year, 373 average. But you really like his swing, and you've taken time to break it down. What do you like about it?
Well, there's so much to like about it. I mean, one is just the rhythm he has. You see here, he gets to the backside with such ease. He has a nice, easy load. You see his hands load as his front foot goes up, and there's a weight transfer to the backside. Now he's ready, and he's in a position. The worst feeling you can have as a hitter is being rushed. He gets to the front side with relative ease. You see his front foot. As his front foot goes down and his leg, you can see the weight on his front foot. Now his head is drifted slightly forward as he strides. From this point on, where his foot goes down, there'll be no head movement whatsoever. Then at contact, he posts on his front leg. Another thing that's critical for hitters to create leverage right there. And, I mean, that really generates a lot of power. Contrary to popular belief, you always hear how hitters stay on their backside, stay on their backside. You can see his back foot at contact 2 or 3 inches off the ground. His top hand, circled there, is clearly under the bat. That's another thing that becomes too involved with hitters. Their top hand becomes too involved. And then he sits back to his backside, creating the illusion that he really never got to the front side. So he does so many things wonderfully well. He's so fluid in his approach. Right there, that was a 2-2 pitch. That's not a hitter's count right there, Amber. And, you know, he's not looking to crush the ball right there. He's just putting nice, fluid swings on it with a massive weight shift.
He takes advantage of that short porch.
Yeah, he sure does.
There,
he didn't need a short porch on that one, though.
Yeah, a very sound swing. Now moving on to Corey Patterson, not in the lineup today with the lefty on the mound, but coming out of high school, he was regarded as a 5-tool player. He's 31 years old now and has never really reached that level that people anticipated. But in your mind, does he still have upside?
Absolutely. I mean, he hasn't lost his speed. He hasn't lost his step. He's shown glimpses of greatness throughout his career. He had 24 home runs with the Cubs. He stole, I think, 46 stolen bases with the Orioles and only had 9 caught stealing. He's a great outfielder. He does so many things well. There's tremendous upside with Corey. His technique, nowhere close to Cano, so he has these bouts where he struggles with his hitting, and Corey's just wired right. You know, he's a good athlete. If he can get his swing up to a level of consistency, then he can create more fear in the pitchers. He'd thereby get more walks. If Corey could just get on base 34% of the time, something reasonable, he could be a real star. And
he's admitted he has still been learning throughout his career as he has grown to do the little things like bunt and hit and run, and we've seen him bunt just a bit this year, so he's showing some progression and a little more relaxed at the plate, but the strikeouts still up there, and is that a difficult pattern to break?
The strikeouts are all right. That's not what bothers me about Corey. It's the lack of getting on base via the walk. That's what he really needs to do. Forget about if he hits 260 and he gets on base 35% of the time, he's a star.
All right, well, really quickly, question about the umpire situation last night in Detroit. In your opinion, the discussion about possibly going back and overturning that call as a former player, do you think that could be a chance to set history right or open a can of worms?
I think when I heard it, I thought I misheard it. I can't even believe there's any discussion about that. There's so many reasons why you can't overturn a call like that. It's just unreasonable. And what do you do with the last out of the game? Does he not get in the bat? Did it not exist? That were just, I mean, clearly just the wrong move.
And as Dave Tremblay said before the game, what are you going to do? Go back and overturn all the calls? He mentioned the 1988 World Series. You go back and change that call at first and change history?
I'd like to overturn the Jeter home run ball here in the 96 playoffs.
Hey, that had a big impact on Orioles history. Thanks a lot, Brady.
All right, thank you.
All right, back to Jim and Rick.